Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, blessings, and mercy of Allah the Almighty be on all of you. I hope you all are doing great. Doing the post-match analysis, thinking about doing this throughout this T20 World Cup, and of course, going to be talking about Afghanistan. But if I see an interest about my analysis to be shared about the other teams, I will very happily want to do that. So, talking about Afghanistan, first thing first, Afghanistan lost the toss. Well, you might want, as an Afghanistan side and relying on your bowling, that it's okay, you'll be put to bat and then you will be able to defend the total that you put on the board. That is one thing we can just put aside. But now let's talk and analyze the performances. We have an opening pair of Hazratullah Zaza and Rahmanullah Gurbaz. Now, if you look at the stats that the ICC shared, it said that they were number 6 as for their performance was concerned, considering all the 16 teams that they had analyzed. So the pair of Rahmanullah Gurbaz and Hazratullah Sazai was actually number 6, but Hazratullah Sazai seems to be out of touch. That's my take. Maybe I'm wrong, but it took him 13 deliveries of dots as for his overall innings was concerned, and the 13th ball was the one that he got out at. It was some good catching. We'll come to that later. But talking about the batting of Afghanistan, I think the speed in the bounce was a little too much for them. They were unfamiliar. So the factor of unfamiliarity with the bounce in the pitch was visible. Now, this thing is going to get exposed to the other teams as well, and they are going to utilize on that, meaning that their speedsters are going to try and utilize this very factor against Afghanistan. So what Afghanistan needs to do is to right this, make it right. Absolutely. Now, again, bringing it back to the opening partnership, Rahmanullah Gurbaz showed intent, hit a beautiful 6, and that's the style that he plays the game with, the kind of 360 degrees player that Afghanistan is blessed to have. He seems to be in some touch. Luckily, he's back after a scare of injury during the warm-up match against Pakistan, that he was hit on his toe. It can be hurting at times, but luckily he was back. He was on the field, he fielded, and he kept the wicket for all the 20 overs of Afghanistan's bowling's innings. But again, Hazratullah Zazai, do you think it's a good match? Or do you think they need to get in Osman Ghani, promoted up the order? Do you think we have enough time to keep giving chances? I don't know, maybe you guys will find the answer, but I'm going to share my honest opinion, and it is that Hazratullah Zazai seems to be a little bit out of touch. Or probably he's trying to play some conservative cricket, which is not his style of cricket. So my advice or my suggestion would be that he actually comes out and expresses himself regardless and just play his natural game. And he's such a dangerous player. He's like, I call him, and I remember at the com box I've once said about him to be the Chris Gayle of Afghanistan. So he's actually the one with the power. But he just needs to come and express himself. Again, coming to Ibrahim Zadran, he is a gem as far as the Afghanistan batting lineup is concerned. Against England, he played some good innings. He played a beautiful shot off the short ball, and that too of Wood, who's bowling at the average of 149, average of 149, meaning that he's bowling above 149. Of all the deliveries that he's bowled, the average comes down to be 149 kph. And he hit him for a 6. That was a beautiful shot. But then he also got beaten on multiple occasions. Again, that'll tell, because he's one of the strength of the batting lineup, that even the sort of Ibrahim Zadran kind of batsman was struggling against the pace. Then Najibullah Zadran. I think, I don't know what is this. With me, I think that if he comes and plays at number 4, he always performs. Now, he has innings that he's actually done good, coming at number 6 and others. But today he came at number 5. So if it were me to decide about him coming down to play, I would bring him at number 4. Osman Ghani did quite a justice to his inclusion in the side. Some might argue that he played an ODI kind of innings, but I think it was required for him to stay out there in the middle. And then we saw a collapse down in the bottom. I mean, for God's sake, 5 wickets down, only 3 runs added to the total. So you as the Afghanistan side will seriously have to look at this. And I'm sure they'll be looking at this. Azmatullah Omarzai, Osman Ghani, Mujib Zadran, Rashid Khan. So Farid Malik, all the 5 getting out within the span of only scoring 3 runs. So that's where I think we missed it. I think there are some abrupt plans that need to be made. So when you see the wickets not supporting you, when you see that it's not coming to you as per your expectation, you're not able to score as freely as you usually do, for instance, then it's not always that you can, for instance, just keep going after the bowlers. I think it's better that you play conservative kind of cricket, and then you don't post a total of 112. You just keep rotating the strike. The ground is huge, and if you hit the ball, it's comfortable too. And if you push it, you can be making three as well. And then we have some really good batsmen who are good between the wicket. Najibullah Zadran, Azmatullah Omarzai, they're young and they can run between the wicket. So if they had changed their approach and if they had decided to score a single into and take this total to 130, 140, could have been a different story. That does not mean that England will not chase 130. England is sort of a side that will chase down even 200. But again, then you rely on your bowling strength. Coming to the bowling, Afghanistan did not bowl as controlled as they should be expected of. Our opening spell didn't go as well. Fazal Haq Farooqi was wayward and he bowled a few wide deliveries. So knowing that you're only defending a total of 112, 13, you need to be spot on. I think our bowling needs to be more disciplined. We have a very good strong bowling side. And then we already have Qais Ahmed waiting in the dugout to be brought into the playing 11. He's a very good bowler. He's a leg spinner. I know Rashid Khan's a leg spinner too, but you never know. So we have strength in the bowling. And we showed it today. The good thing from today's loss was that we didn't lose it with a very big margin. And that will still give you hopes that if you play more games and win a few, with the net run rate and how it comes into play and how strong the group is, considering all the 6 teams playing in it, you never know, and you might just have a chance and qualify for the Super 4 that will play the semi-final against one another. So that's my take. I think Afghanistan had lapses in the fielding. Afghanistan was not well organized as far as their bowling was concerned, particularly Fazal Haq Farooqi. I have a lot of expectations from him. Farid Malik is always spot on. He's bowling well, but we just saw on one occasion when he tried to hit that ball, a short pitch delivery, and that went all the way down to the boundary, and he will love seeing that again and again because that'll tell you the kind of bounce that the wicket had. But then again, Rashid Khan was good. He didn't concede any boundaries. Mujib Zadran played a good support role as well as a bowler. He took a good catch too, and Muhammad Nabi, he got a beautiful wicket off Ben Stokes. But then I think we need to do more. I think we need to come up with a better plan, a stronger plan, and we need to start winning games from these bigger sides. I think we've played some 20 games against these big sides so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we haven't won any. So we just need to start putting things together as such that, come on, we need to start winning from these teams. That's the reason why we're there playing in Super 12. Yes, it's a luxury that we're playing in Super 12, and West Indies, the two-time T20 champions, and I think two times ODI champions are out already, knocked out, which is very sad for the fans of the West Indies cricket. But this does not mean that you just let this chance go. I think we need to just come up with more stronger intentions and need to believe in ourselves that we can win this. I think the mindset need to change. The way we play against UAE, Ireland, Zimbabwe, and we are with them in the group stages, and then we know for ourselves that we are actually better and we can win them. I think we need to develop that sort of a mindset in our team, in our camp as well, that we are really, really better aside and we can win the games. That was it from my side. Let's catch you in the next match. And until then, you guys have a beautiful rest of the day. Thank you.